Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. As you can tell, I have been crying. I just got out of therapy. I have not been to therapy since December, almost a full year. I used to go to therapy like every single week for the full year, and then I was doing pretty good, so I kind of like graduated. Then I went back in December for like a little refresher, and then I was doing pretty good. But then it's just like I have a lot of built up trauma and PTSD that I deal with. Oh, my camera's gonna fall. I have a lot of trauma and PTSD that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, and just recently it has been getting a little overwhelming, and so I just decided to go back to see my therapist, and it was a lot. It was very intense. I just have like a lot of things I still have to work on, which can be honestly like very frustrating because it's just like when will I feel normal again kind of thing. But it takes time and it takes a lot of hard work. Every time I go to therapy, she gives me homework, so I have some things I have to work on. Sounds silly, but like I'm honestly very intimidated by my homework. Gotta take a deep breath and know that I can do it and I can get through this little rough patch. Just very grateful for my therapist. She has helped me through some serious shit. So on that note, I never wear makeup to therapy because I know I'm gonna cry it off, and I'm not a big crier. Like, it takes a lot for me to cry, so when you do see me cry, like, you know that I'm like really going through it. I have so much stuff built up inside of me that I literally will bawl my eyes out in therapy, and it's like, huh? Where did this come from? So anyways, I brought my makeup with me, so I'm gonna do it in the car because I did not want to wear it to therapy because I literally knew I was gonna ruin it by crying. I literally used a full box of tissues. Like, it was very intense. I released a lot, so I feel good, and I also realized a lot. Like, I realized why I still have certain issues that I deal with, and I was able to learn about my way of thinking due to like the trauma I have. So it's interesting. It's interesting to like learn things about your brain and like how you think and why you think like that. It's just like, it's very weird. It's kind of overwhelming, but then it's also nice to know, okay, this makes sense. Like, I'm not totally crazy. Like, I seem crazy and I feel crazy, but like I'm not crazy. There's like reasons why I feel like this, and like it all makes sense. So it's very helpful. I need to take a deep breath. But on a lighter note, I needed that very badly, so I'm very happy that I went. Getting myself to therapy is difficult. Like, I'm not like excited for it because I know it's a lot of hard work, and I know that I have to like talk about how I feel. I always say like you need to talk about how you feel, but it's not easy and it's not fun, and it's not fun to like dig up your issues and face them head on. Like, it's just not. It's very hard to do. At least for me, it's very difficult to go through like old feelings and scenarios and situations that still really bother me. It's very difficult and it's really hard, but we worked through it today. I'm feeling okay, and I'm gonna put my makeup on because we are gonna have a nice little girl talk video today. Last night I had put on my story a little like questionnaire so that you guys could ask me some juicy and embarrassing questions, and I am so excited. I literally love these videos. Like, they're so fun because you guys give really good questions. So I figured I will do some of my makeup in the car, answer a few questions, and then we'll go on with my day. We're just gonna get right into it. All right, this one's not too bad. What is your worst moment at the gym? I have definitely cried at the gym, and it was really embarrassing. It's because I was just dealing with a lot of life, and this is when I had a trainer. And if you have a trainer, you know that your trainer is also your therapist, basically. He was asking me like what was going on, like he knew something was off, and then I just started crying, and it was really embarrassing because, you know, there's like cute trainers at my gym, and I'm sitting here on the freaking leg press crying, and I can't control it, so that was embarrassing. I would definitely say that that was my worst moment at the gym so far. Next question is a very good question. Honestly, one of my favorites. How to get over a guy you never dated? This is a very good question. Nowadays, we have the lovely situationships. These are the most toxic and confusing situations ever. I think everyone ends up getting hurt with situationships because it's basically like you're dating, but you're not. And someone always ends up getting hurt. For me, I'm always that person. I have had my fair share of situationships. This is just a good question because honestly, I'm still figuring it out. be really hard. This is what I've been doing recently. You need to look in the mirror and just tell yourself that you're gonna have respect for yourself and you're gonna have your own back. You deserve someone who's going to be on your level, meaning like you guys are on the same page. You deserve someone who's going to give you the love and respect and time and energy. And I think relationships should be 50-50. So for me, getting over someone that I've never really dated is honestly so hard because you have so many hopes and expectations, and like for me it's the hope. I always have hope. Even if like I get shut down, I still have hope for some weird reason. And it's almost like you need to give yourself a reality check and go over the whole situationship and be like, you know, Karissa, that was never going to work. You guys had a situationship for how long and you never wanted to be official? Like, come on. It hurts, but like I literally have to give myself reality checks all the damn time. Like I know that I deserve love and I'm gonna find love eventually, and I'm not settling. That's my biggest issue, is I settle. I can't settle. How to get over someone you've never dated. Stand up for yourself, have some respect for yourself, and know that you deserve the best. And you don't deserve someone who's not willing to give you the love and respect that you deserve. Know that you deserve everything that you want, and if you're not getting it, then on to the next person. Again, that's like a very difficult question as I'm still learning how to do that. But just like so far, I've just been trying to really hold my ground, like stick to my standards and know that I can't settle. We deserve to be happy. True love is out there. We just gotta find it. Okay, this next one's funny. What do you think about sexting? Makes me feel like a whore sometimes, LOL. This is a funny one. I think sexting is fun. I think it's great. I have personally never sexted anyone unless I had like a serious thing with them. I think it's kind of fun. Why not? I also wouldn't do it until you've like actually done the deed with that person, just to like make it more comfortable and like you know what you're dealing with kind of thing. Personally, I think it's great. If I have like a thing with that person and it's like a more serious thing, I think it's really fun. Contouring is gonna be the hardest part in the car because the lighting is not even. What's your go-to shave wax for down below? I've tried so many products. I've never waxed because I'm scared. I've heard great things about waxing, but honestly, I'm too scared. So I've said this before, but if you struggle with ingrown hairs or just like constantly having to shave so often, go through Groupon and do laser hair removal. It just makes life so much easier. It really helps with the ingrown hairs and razor burn a lot. I've just found it super helpful, and if you do it through Groupon, it's just way cheaper. That's just what I have done, and I found it very helpful. Let's pray that this contour looks decent. I literally can't see very well, so if anything, I'm just gonna have a bunch of brown splotches all over my face. We're gonna roll with it. My hair is getting in it. This is just great. I don't know if this is looking good. If you're wondering, like, Karissa, why don't you just go home and do your makeup? Because I am not near my apartment right now. I'm by my parents' house and they are going through construction right now, so I don't really have a bathroom to like get ready in. And I don't have a room there because my parents turned my old room into their new master suite, so I don't have anywhere to go there. So I'm doing my makeup in the car. Alrighty, next question. Ever used toilet paper when you didn't have sanitary products with you? Let's normalize it. Yes, of course I have. You gotta do what you gotta do. I have definitely had a situation where I got my period and I didn't know I was gonna get my period, but I got it. I didn't have anything with me, so yeah, I bunched a bunch of toilet paper and used it and it saved the day. I think that's very normal, you know? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would much rather use toilet paper than bleed through my pants. There's no judgment there. I think that's extremely normal. I know my friends have done that. I have done that. Very normal. Took the day off of work for my mental health on Sunday and my bestie screamed at me for it. Well, that bestie ain't your bestie. I think mental health is so important because if you didn't take the day off, your mental health would be getting worse. I think you should be very proud of yourself for putting yourself first and focusing on that and realizing that you needed a second to focus on you. I am very proud of you for doing that. I think it's extremely important to put your mental health first. If your mental health isn't good and it's not your top priority, then shit's gonna hit the fan. Take it from me, someone who didn't go to therapy for like a full year when I needed therapy. Shit was hitting the fan, so I had to own up to it and admit that I needed some help. So I came and I went to therapy, and I'm proud of you. I think it's very important to recognize when you need to take a step back. Go you. Mental health matters. Have you had a pregnancy scare? P.S. Love you so much. I love you too. Personally, I have not had a pregnancy scare, but I do know some people that have, and it's scary. Right now, with how things are going, I don't see me having a pregnancy scare for a while. Okay, gonna add a little bit of blush now. How did you react when you first got your period? Honestly, I was really excited. I think because all of my really good friends already got it and I like felt left out. So I wanted to get it too. So when I got it, I was like, yes, finally. I remember calling my Grammy and I was like, guess what? And she was so excited. Now I'm just like, oh, I got my period. I was honestly really excited. I went and got like, you know, a cute little bag to put my sanitary products in, to put in my backpack. It was exciting. I enjoyed it. Did I enjoy it like the second, third time? Not as much, but when I first got it, it was exciting because it meant that I was finally a woman. This one's funny. Have you ever been rejected? Duh, of course I've been rejected. I feel like everyone gets rejected. It doesn't feel great, but it's just like, all right, accept it, move on. Being rejected is normal. Next, I'm gonna do mascara. This mascara is CoverGirl Clump Crusher. Highly recommend. This is the only mascara, and I have tried like literally like 20 different kinds. This is the only mascara, for me at least, that I can use on my bottom lashes and it doesn't smudge on the bottom, because I would always have a problem where the mascara would smudge and it would look like I had been like crying or sweating or like a raccoon basically. So I use this on the top and bottom, and then I'll top it off with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara on the top just to add a little bit more volume. This is my mascara cocktail. Okay, so I put on the first mascara. I'll answer a question before I add on this one. Do you have any toys? Yes, I mean, as a human being, a female, I have needs, as do we all. So yes, of course I do. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know? There's no shame. I know a lot of people are embarrassed to like talk about that topic, which is totally fine, but I'm not embarrassed to talk about it. So I mean, I think it's very normal and natural to have needs as a human being. So yeah, I do own them. I think it's healthy to take care of your body in all kinds of ways. I'm gonna go home and see if my sister wants to go get something to eat because I'm starving. If she doesn't want to go, then we're gonna go. Okay, my sister didn't have time, so now Max is with me. I got Chick-fil-A, so I'm gonna do one of my all-time favorite things. I'm gonna watch TV on my phone and eat in my car, and it's gonna be a vibe. Someone said fake friends. Goodbye. I think it's so important to surround yourself with people who are gonna have your back. I'm one of those people who's just a ride or die friend, and I want ride or die friends. So I have definitely stopped talking to people or stopped being friends with people who are not a real friend to me. I think it's just really important to create a really solid group of friends to surround yourself with. I think it's so important just in life. I have definitely had my fair share of fake friends, and it's not fun. Just know your worth and protect yourself. Goodbye, fake friends. No, there is no excuse. Goodbye. Even if you only have like 1 or 2 friends. Like, I used to have a lot of friends and I cut a lot of them off because they just weren't real. I would rather have a small group of real ass friends that I know are gonna have my back and genuinely care about me and, you know, love me for who I really am, rather than have like a ton of friends who don't give a shit about me. So fake friends, goodbye. Don't be afraid to cut them off. Surround yourself with good and honest people. With that being said, I'm gonna eat and then we'll see where the rest of the day takes us. So after I ate, I ended up getting home and I knocked out. I took an hour nap. I woke up thinking I would feel better, but I have such a bad headache. I just took some Tylenol and drank a bunch of water, so I'm hoping that that helps me. I had some fun little things to do. My head is just like killing me, so I'm gonna wait and see like if the Tylenol kicks in, but it's getting like really bad. And it's also my time of the month, like within the next few days, and that is usually when I tend to get migraines. I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't turn into a migraine. Speaking of my time of the month, I saw one of these questions. Tell us a time you got your period in public, aka embarrassing period stories. I want to say this was in like 8th grade. I remember being at a sport party, like it was like a pizza party, you know, like after you have like a tournament or something, you go have like a pool party to celebrate kind of thing. That's where I was. And this is like in the beginning of stages of like when I was still kind of learning about my body, so I wasn't fully aware of how powerful periods can be. I went to the pool party and I remember we were all sitting in a circle, and I remember getting up and I went home, and in the car I like looked down and I had white shorts on, and I had fully 1000% just bled all the way through. No one decided to tell me. This is when fake friends come into play. I was wearing white shorts and you can fully see I got my period, and no one, not one girl on that team wanted to tell me, and I know people saw, and I was mortified. No one ever said anything. No one. If I saw one of my teammates bleed through, I'd be like, girl, you know, but no. Fake friends? Do I talk to any of them today? Absolutely not. So that was very embarrassing. Tell us a time you were walked in on by yourself or a significant other. I have never been walked in on. I've like walked in on my significant other, like, you know, doing their thing, but I like didn't really care. I have not been walked in on, thank God. If I did, I'd be mortified. Did you and your partner ever have a threesome? No, I've never done that. That is not for me, but I don't judge like against it, but just personally for me, I don't think I'll ever do that. Have you ever been out with a guy that happens to be on his phone instead of paying attention to you? Yes. Not many times, but I mean, I used to be with someone who was on their phone constantly, and it would get very annoying, and I have definitely been on a few dates where they're on their phone. Guess what? I don't talk to them anymore. When you're on a date especially, like that's your time to focus on one another. So I feel like phones should be either in your purse, in your pocket, or on the table face down, and just like enjoy the time together. There's literally no point to be on your phone on a date. Literally 0 point. Because what's the point of being on the date then if you're gonna talk to other people, you know? I like this question. How do you know if he likes you back? Honey, let me tell you right now, you'll know. This is the most difficult advice to like swallow and understand, because I didn't understand it until I was like fully on the other side and can see it from a different perspective. And this is 1000% true. I promise. If somebody likes you, you will know. You will 100% know. If they do not like you, you will be confused. And that is the best advice I could ever give. And it is so true. I'm speaking from other people telling me that, and I am speaking from my own personal experience over and over again. If they like you, you will know they like you. I promise. If they don't like you, you'll be confused and you'll be wondering, you know, why haven't they texted me? Why blah, blah, blah. It's like all dating is a game, and I hate it. I hate the games. That's why I'm not talking to anyone right now. I just need like a little breather before I get back out there again, because it's exhausting. Honest to God, it's exhausting, because I don't want another situationship. I don't want to like be played. I don't want that. I don't want to have things with people. If you're not in it for the long haul, if you're not looking for love, if you're just, you know, looking for like an F buddy, like I'm not gonna be into it. But I did go through a phase, and I think everyone should go through a phase, where all I wanted to do was just kind of like lightly date, meet new people. I wasn't ready for anything serious. You go through different phases of life, and at this point in my life, I'm ready to get like more serious. And this is like kind of recent. Like I'm recently discovering this about myself. Like I'm done doing like the whole games and all of that. Like I think I'm ready for like something more serious. I'm not talking to anyone right now. I just need to be by myself. As boring as that can be, but I'm learning that it's just a stage of life, and I gotta go through it. It's weird. I don't know where this is gonna take me, but of course you guys are gonna come along for the ride, and I will keep you guys updated, so we'll see. Here's another embarrassing period story. This was honestly, I think high school is when you just want to blend in like as much as possible. At least for me, I wanted no attention drawn to me. I just wanted to fit in the best I possibly could. And so that's why this story is like mortifying. I think I was a sophomore or a junior in high school. I remember I had super painful periods. Like the cramps would be so bad to where I would faint. Like, it was bad. I also had very bad anxiety, so the thought of like fainting while I was like cramping, like it all just kind of spiraled. So anyways, I was in my biology class. You know how you have to like sit in like the bar stool? So you had no like back support or anything, so I was just very uncomfortable. My cramps were so bad and I was starting to get like nauseous and I did not feel good, and then my anxiety kicked in and I ended up fainting in that class, and I woke up. Everyone's staring at me, of course. The teacher and the nurse are standing in front of me. Like, my little like lab partner was like helping me, and I had to get wheeled in a wheelchair to the office, and my mom came and picked me up, took me home, and then that's when I got on birth control to help my periods. Honestly, one of the most embarrassing things I have ever experienced. No one ever made fun of me for it or ever gave me shit for it, so they were all like concerned, which was nice. But I was a very shy person in high school, so that was like mortifying. I laugh at it now, so it's fine. Honestly, one of my most embarrassing moments during high school. It was horrible. It was so embarrassing. All you want to do is like fit in, and then you just pass out in the middle of class. Like, oh, of course that would be me. Just of course, that's my luck. Honestly, my headache is getting really bad. I'm gonna end this video. I honestly had plans to go do things, because usually when I do the girl talk videos, like I go do things and make it more exciting to watch, so I'm sorry. But I don't know, therapy was just like very intense today and I didn't expect it to be. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't staying hydrated or what, but like my head is just hurting. I need to go chill, but the next girl talk video, I promise I'll be out and about doing things, so it'll be a little bit more entertaining. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully I answered some questions that you were wondering. If not, then be sure to ask me for the next video. And don't forget, I post every Wednesday and Saturdays. Come back in a few days for Saturday's vlog. I love you guys so much. Have a good day.